Recently, Nigerians were shocked by a report from the Auditor General's office that said that the Nigerian police force had lost 178,459 firearms, including 88,078 AK-47 rifles. The audit referenced data from December 2018, but was unclear about the timeline, if the lost firearms were found from 2018 alone, or if the weapons had been lost by December of that year. The magnitude of lost firearms alone would be enough to arm an insurgency, but the missing AK-47s are especially concerning. The AK-47 is simple, reliable, and widespread in its use. This is why it is described as one of the weapons that changed the world. Over the last century, the AK-47 has been the rifle of choice wielded by armies, revolutionaries, and terrorists. In Nigeria, it has been used extensively by Boko Haram in the northeast, raising concerns that the rifles used by these terrorists are among those lost by the Nigerian police force. If this proves to be true, the missing 88,078 AK-47 rifles are in the hands of nebulous bandit groups operating across the country's northwest states, helping to fuel their violence. The audit report, which reviewed the police's arms movement register, also discovered that as of January 2020, there was an unaccounted 3,907 assorted rifles and pistols across police formations, including training institutions, commands, zones, and the Paramilitary Police Mobile Force, also known as PMF. Inconsistencies in missing arms reports have called into question the integrity and rigor of the Nigerian police force's reporting methods. The Auditor General's report says it made recommendations to the Inspector General of Police to inquire after these significant inconsistencies, but received no response. The report also noted that a stockpile of damaged firearms yet to be destroyed was stored at the police armament and found other weapons from regional stockpiles and international smuggling sources. Despite these findings, Nigeria's 2022 budget contained nearly 2 billion naira for new arms and ammunition for the Nigerian police force. Without accountability for the missing firearms, questions about the strength of the arms reporting and the general chain of custody within the police continue to colour public perception of the agency's fitness. How has no one been held accountable for the missing firearms, which are plentiful enough to start an insurgency or even a war? If security forces are not held accountable, not only will the insecurity worsen, the country may cease to exist in harmony. Life as we know today will only exist in our memories. If we don't come together as citizens to demand accountability, this reckless impunity will shape the reality of our country. This is part 2 of our video series explaining insecurity drivers in northern Nigeria. We're breaking down major indicators of violent conflict and covering the communities most impacted by it. With support from the MacArthur Foundation, Human Angle is working to strengthen investigative and data-driven journalism in order to reduce corruption.